In today's video, we're going to be creating a Christmas scene using pattern paper. Hey, I'm Stacy. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy and are inspired to create. Guys, we're going to jump right in. Use this stamp set from Rubbernecker. It's Sledding Bears. Aren't they cute? I just think it's so adorable. I've been wanting to use these for a while. I'm going to be stamping this up on some Express It blending cardstock. Make sure you remove the foam mat from your stamp positioner, or if you've got a grip mat or whatever in there for the cling rubber, what is it? Cling mounted rubber stamps? Yeah, that's what they're called. That way they'll stamp properly. And then we're just going to go in and color these up. They were stamped out on Express It blending cardstock with Memento Tuxedo black ink. Oh my goodness, already we're barely into this voiceover and I'm messing it all up. Hopefully you can relate. I'm going in with some different e-markers and I'm going in from my darkest to my lightest. On this Express It blending cardstock, sometimes it's better to go lightest to darkest. And you're seeing me do that here on this second bear. And the reason being is because I wanted that shading to be softer, and I felt like that was going to happen with it. And I thought these browns would lift more when I went from darkest to lightest, because typically they do. They typically wash out on this Express It cardstock. And I prefer the blend of the second one, so just go in with however you like to color. And you could use warm grays. I think these bears would be fun to do in not just as polar bears, but as brown bears, black bears. I think they'd even be cute in pastels, right? Like a whimsy scene with some cute pastel pattern paper. And then I'm keeping the accessories, like their scarves and their hat and their boots, really simple. They're just going to be red and white. And I'll bring in a gray to shade the white portion of the scarves and the hat, or the boots and the hat as well. But I think what do I do? Red and, I have the card in front of me. I do red and some dark grays that look black for the boots. And then I leave some little pom-poms on there. But yeah, these guys are cute. Are you guys doing your Christmas cards yet? I've just been filling the Christmas cards with the weather getting colder, and I had to turn my heater on the other day. That was so nice. I'm so tired. I was so tired of the heat. But then it got warm later that day. I'm like, really? So then I felt like a dum-dum turning my heater on, because then later on it was too warm in the house. But anyway, yeah, I digress. I don't know what else to talk about, guys, with the coloring. I've asked in the past if you want me to maybe just color up an image real time, and I've been toying around with possibly doing a live. If you're interested in ever seeing a live, let me know, and just coloring. But, you know, when you go live, it's putting yourself out there on a whole different level. And I've gone live with my brother doing diamond painting, but it's his channel and he carries it. I'm just in the background. And I think it would really suck if you do a live and nobody shows up. Anyway, if you're interested, let me know. And maybe I'll give it a go. Because my videos, this paper, Hobby Lobby, came out this year, I believe. That's where I got my, colors from. Kept them very simple. And we're just going to ink blend on this snowy hill. This was a Lawn Fawn stitch border, like hills border. And I'm just distressing it with some ink so that it grunges it up a bit to match that pattern paper. I love that pattern paper. And pattern paper is a struggle for me. Is it a struggle for any of you? I think I love pattern paper and how pretty it is, but I like the artistic license of creating my own backgrounds and whatnot, because I feel like I have more control over it. Maybe it's just because I'm controlling, I don't know. But, this was fun because it was already done for me. There's no way I could have made birch trees like that. and made it such a pretty background. So, you know, I'm trying. So if you haven't used pattern paper or you struggle with pattern paper, no, you're not alone. Or if that's your jam and you haven't created backgrounds, try going outside your comfort zone. Sometimes, you know, that helps us grow in our hobby. And I'm just deciding where I want to place a sentiment, and I ended up liking it centered up towards the top. A lot of times I like to nestle my sentiments in between the images or down low. But this one I just felt did well right there, smack dab in the middle, up more towards the top. A lot of times I like to offset them. And I think those shadows, I think I darkened up even more when I go to stress the edges of this. And I overdid it a bit, I think, but whatever. I still think it's a cute card. And this card came together pretty quickly. I use a soft eraser because the anti-static cling bag I use leaves a really heavy duty residue on my cardstock. And even using a microfiber towel, it doesn't come off. So that soft eraser allows me to remove that powder residue and not damage my heat embossing. See, I'm coming in, and I think when I went to this color, I went back in to darken up the shadows or extend the one a little bit more, and it ended up too dark. But anyway, I still think it came out cute. There we go. See, it's getting really dark. Now, those shadows would play well in a night scene. So if I really wanted to go back in and darken up the background, they would relate more. Like, let's say I wanted to maybe even put a circle die around that sentiment and make it look like the moon is shining through those trees. It would read more of a night scene with those dark shadows. So you never know, I might go do that. And I'm just gluing them straight down to the cardstock there. I'm not using foam tape or anything. This one would be great for mailing. This is really the only dimension. I was debating between those clay hearts and these puffy hearts, and I like the puffy heart better. I don't know, those clay hearts remind me of erasers. They almost feel like erasers too. Did you guys get any of those from Joann's? I have a couple of things of them, and I've yet to use them because they feel like erasers to me, and I need to get over it and just use them. So I'm adding glossy accents to all the little berries just because I thought it would give more interest to the background. And it made me feel like I was doing more than just relying on the pattern paper. Because like I said, it's a struggle for me. And I added it to the eyes and the nose. And if you go over it and while it's wet, just use a little needle or pin to scrape out the excess. And then I put a little strip inside. I hope you enjoyed, guys. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.